the most exciting thing is going to happen today. I'm very excited about what we have planned for today at OnePack. I think that you're going to be rather impressed to see what we're about to do. It's just so exciting. I don't know how to put it into words. But I say we give it a try. We try and express ourselves. What are we doing today? And the answer is, we are going to figure out why my one-ply toilet tissue costs more than the competitor's one-ply toilet tissue, and because the customer is concerned about pipes getting blocked up, we're going to also compare it by doing a test where we actually dissolve toilet paper in water and we see why and how fast it will dissolve. Now, isn't that exciting? I thought you would agree. That's exciting. So let's get started. So, a customer comes to me and says, Fred, we want to buy your products, but we're using a product that we know does not clog our pipes. We used to have a lot of problems before where we would have to call the plumber in and they would have to drain the pipe. The pipe is very old, it's very ragged. And we found out, it was our belief, that it was the toilet tissue. And I said, you know, I totally understand, but you're using one-ply, and I really only sell two-ply. I don't sell a lot of one-ply. Well, we feel that the one-ply is allowing us to not have to call the plumber, that it's not clogging the pipes. And my answer to that is, you know, one-ply and two-ply are kind of the same thing. You know, when you, I don't mean to be too exaggerated, but basically when you take toilet tissue and you hold it in your hand, you have a comfort, a feel of comfort that you know is enough. So if you're using one-ply, you're just pulling more off than if you're using two-ply, which gives you double the amount per pull. But I understand your concern, so let's figure out whether or not my toilet tissue will actually be less or more absorbent than the current brand they're using. But first, we want to weigh. So what I have here is a brand called Green Heritage Pro. And right away, you can tell of the difference because ours is so much taller. Let me put it in this camera as well. Ours is so much taller and ours weighs more. And how do we know that? Well, let's first take it out of the wrapper because we want a pure test. I mean, we can't take it off the core, but we can still get a lot done by just simply weighing this. This weighs 130.98. So I'm going to round that off to 131. So, Green Heritage. Let's get the pad out. Green Heritage. 130.99. So 131 grams. Okay. Now let's see if they gave me the part numbers. I forgot to ask what the part number is of this sample I have. There it is. 5501. We don't stock this particular product. It's called a Blue Mist. It's made by Vondrell. It's a great product. I can tell already, even though I haven't used it, because I'm a salesman. No, but because, oh, wait a minute. You know what? Here's the part number right here. Silly me. I didn't know what the part number was because we don't have it in our inventory. We don't sell it. And I text the manufacturer, but yet it's right there on the label. So live and learn. So right away, you can see that it's a stiffer roll, meaning that it's wound tighter. The way to make a roll look like there's more toilet tissue is to put a lot of air between the sheets. Make it soft and fluffy. That's what they do on the stuff that you see on TV. They make it seem it's super soft, but the truth of the matter is it's not the softest. It's just, no, it's a little softer. They use a nice paper, but they blow a lot of air in between it. And that's the same thing you get with this. You get a lot of air. So this one here is tighter, not as much air. So that means it usually has more toilet tissue per roll, more footage. And this stuff here weighs 194.91. So I'm going to make that 190. We'll just make it 195. What's my stuff called again? Blue Mist. Boy, that sounds great. Blue Mist. Blue Mist. Wow, how nice is that? 195 grams. So right then and there, you have a difference of, percentage of difference. Let's do the math. Drum roll, 195 minus 131. There's a difference of 64 grams. Divide that by 195. And there is a 33% difference. My toilet tissue offers 33% more per roll. That's impressive. And like I said, it's a nice feeling product. And in defense, this is a nice feeling product too. It's a nice feel product. All right. So the next thing we want to do is we want to compare their toilet tissue to ours in a test. So I'm supposed to take 3 sheets. So first, let's get past it's a brand new roll. So let's get past the actual garbage. So we want to take 1, 2, 3 sheets. Come on. All right. So 3 sheets. I can see you. And what we're going to do is we're going to throw it in here. Put the lid on so we don't get ourselves wet. And then I'm going to give it a shake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And the stuff is still kind of floating around. It's not totally dissolved. So let's give it another 5 shakes. Let me tighten the cap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I never did this before, so you got to forgive me. I'm not an expert at this test. It's breaking down pretty good. Now, let's do the same thing now, but let's do it with my Blue Mist. By the way, I really should make it so you can see the label better. There you go. There you go. Okay. First, we want to open up the roll. So, 1, 2, 3. So here's 3 sheets of the Blue Mist by Vondrell. Put it in. We do the same exact way. 5 shakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let it sit. And it's basically breaking down as much as the other. Let's give it another 5 shakes. 5. Well, I guess it's okay. It's hard to tell. Let's see what this other camera looks like. Show me the video. All right. So, if you look at both of them with the close-up of the GoPro, you'll see that they pretty much look about the same. You know? They're both just laying here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They did another 10 times. Seems to be breaking down a little bit more. Let's wrap this out of the way. Let's do the same thing with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They didn't tell me how many times I have to shake it. I'm seeing the same exact thing. So, don't really know what to say. It doesn't look so bad. They look about the same as far as breaking down. To give that a win. So, the way I'm going to call this, because it's my video, but honestly, you got 2 competing products. I offer a lot more volume than my competitor. I got 33% more product per roll. And I got to figure that is actually pretty darn good as far as pricing, because if you do the dollar amount, I'm not 33% more expensive. If you did the math, I think it was like 4% more expensive. Let's go one step further. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to empty this out, and I'm going to fill this back up with water. Let me get a marker so I know where to fill it to, and then I want to compare it to my 2-ply. So, I'll be right back. What I want to do is, I want to go one step further. This is my bread and butter toilet paper. Put feathers off. It's a 5502. It's the part number. And it's a 2-ply. And we sell trailloads of this stuff. Everybody likes it. Let's put it this way. When my daughter was going into college and she had roommates, I used to bring her a case of toilet paper that her and her roommates would all share. And all those young ladies who were probably pampered with, you know, a very high-end toilet tissue at home, they didn't complain about this stuff. They didn't say, "Oh no, I don't like it." They seem to like it just fine. So what I want to do is a couple of things. First of all, I want to weigh. So this is, by the way, these have 1,000 single-ply sheets per roll. And this is 500 sheets per roll. Again, it's a stiff roll. It doesn't have a lot of air in it, which is a very big plus. And put this over here. Let's make sure that this camera is actually filming. What I want to do is I want to weigh this. This weighs 167.89 grams. So I'm just going to round it up to 168. So 168 grams. Which I expected. I always thought that 2-ply would be thicker than 1-ply because it's, you know, you're using twice as much. But what I found out from the factory is 1-ply toilet tissue is made with a heavier media. So if you were to take a micrometer tissue, you would see that this paper is actually thicker than 2-ply paper, because 2-ply, they can go a little bit lighter on the media since they're giving you double the sheets. But yet still much thicker than a single ply, and you can actually tell it by feeling. So let's go ahead and get to a clean section. Now we're going to get 3 sheets of this. 1, 2, 3. Which, if you really think about it, is 6 sheets of the competitor. Get this bad boy up. Oh my goodness. They got any tighter. Okay, let's put that in. All right. I don't want it to spill over me. That'd be funny on the camera, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. Let's get this. So even though I checked my memory card before I started the video, the darn thing, by the time I got back filling this up with water, it went blank. So anyway, only a couple seconds though went by. As a matter of fact, the GoPro has been filming even though the other camera stopped. And after 5 shakes, you have, you know, this one's not as broken down as the one they're using now, but of course this has been probably sitting now for about 10 minutes. Let's get, and I only shook this 5 times, so let's give it another 5 shakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's breaking down much better now. Big difference. And then I think I shook it 10 more times in the last part of the video. So let's go ahead and give this shake another 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now let's let it settle and compare the two. So yeah. So while we're waiting for the settle, let me check my emails and watch some YouTube videos. Oh, someone just texted me. Let me see what they want to say. Someone wished me a happy Thanksgiving. By the way, this is the night before Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Although by the time you visit this, I get this thing on YouTube, it'll probably be Christmas. So, end results are, this is breaking down very nicely too. Hopefully this camera is picking it up. And if you look, they're pretty equivalent. So again, this is the toilet tissue the customer is currently using. This is the Vondrell 2-ply that I sell, which is right here. Again, 2 great products. The 1-ply, I've never really sold it, but I can see that it's a good product. I haven't tried it myself. The 2-ply, I've been using that stuff probably 15 years. You know, there's more of it here because you got 6 sheets instead of 3 sheets. If you do apples for apples, you get twice as much volume inside that water, and it looks like it broke down just fine. This is just 3 sheets of 1-ply, 3 sheets of 2-ply. But I see it breaking down very nicely. I think it did a great job. So, with that said, you have 2 things to walk away with. Number 1 is The Green Heritage, it only weighs 131 grams without the wrapper. The Blue Mist, this product here, has 193 grams, so this is 33% more toilet tissue per roll. Equate that over a 96 roll case. That's a lot more toilet tissue for your money. That's probably worth an extra 10 bucks a case. I would think that would be a no-brainer. So that's number one. Number two is my 2-ply, which is also a better bargain, by the way. I could really do well on that because the price is really, really very, very competitive. So the 2-ply, I could sell it cheaper than I would the 1-ply, and it seems to be breaking down just as nicely as the 1-ply. That's it. Appreciate you watching this video. If you're actually watching it all the way through to the end, I'm impressed because I start falling asleep. Although, to me, this stuff, I love this stuff. That's probably why I like selling toilet tissue. Everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving or Christmas or whenever you see this. If it's summertime, happy 4th of July. And thank you for watching the video. Bye-bye.